Hi YouTube, welcome back. So my video didn't work out the other time and I didn't like the way it was, so then I'm redoing it today, and I just want to talk to you about just some of my beauty favorites for summer so far, and what's working, what's not working. Yeah, so let's get started. So just to start off with SPF, since that's super important. I've been using the Anessa Essence UV Sunscreen Aqua Booster Mild for sensitive skin. It has an SPF of 35, so I really like this because it has this milky gel like formula, so I just really like the consistency of it and how it feels on my skin, because normally some make my skin very oily or it dries out too fast, so that doesn't work out, but I think it serves as a really good base under my makeup foundation, which I've been using. The Maquillage, I know the top, it looks really fancy, but I mean, it's just like a simple watery foundation, but you have to work with it pretty quickly. But I really like it because applying it with a beauty blender actually makes it work really nicely, and it just looks really airbrushed without applying too much or it feeling very heavy, which is one of the reasons why I really like it for when it's really hot, like weather right now. And then I like to set it with the RCMA No Color Powder. It has 3 ounces, and it was about, I want to say it was like 12 something for this whole bottle, and I've been using it for like over a year, and honestly I've only used this much of it, but I only used to like set it under my eyes, and that's it. Now I've been setting it more in my T-zone and the oily areas because it's been hotter, and those are more of like my problem areas. And then after that I like to go in with the contour stick. This one has actually 2 sides. It's by MAC, and it's the Bare and Earthnut Quiktrik stick. I think I mentioned it in my previous video, but this one's really nice because it has this side for the contour, and then you have the other side for the highlight. But I don't really use the highlight because I prefer more of a pressed powder for my highlighter, so I prefer something like this one by Becca in Opal. It's pretty much like a I would say like a champagne-y gold color, just because it complements my skin really well, and it's, I mean, you can really build on this and make it really like exaggerated and bam. Or you can go for a more natural look using the fan brush, which is the Sephora Pro fan brush in number 65, and pretty much you use this and kind of swipe, or I like to kind of wiggle it left and right, and then I just brush it and drag it down. So not just the tops, but I like to drag it down so it kind of makes the overall area glow versus just like that beam of light. And it's just really liking this blush by Marc just because well, first of all, it's not too loud, and it's just something neutral where you can wear every day, and it has strips, so it has like shimmery like light pink, and then there's like the mauve-y pink, which is more natural, and it complements, I would say, like any eye makeup look. And you can build on this, so if you want something like heavier, then you can definitely add more color to that look. And then afterwards I will prime my eyes. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24 plus hour Anti-Crease eyeshadow primer, and this one's just my go-to one that I've been using for a while. I've tried a few like from NARS and Urban Decay, but I didn't really like it. This one seemed to last the longest, and yeah, just kind of stuck with it. And then after I go in with eyeshadow, and I also mentioned this in my previous video. It's the Master Palette by Mario. It's not in the market anymore, and it was like a limited time eyeshadow palette, but I really like this. And as you can see, some of the colors that I've been using are Fifth Avenue, Violetta, Isabel, Hollywood, and Lula, because those are just like some of my favorites. The others I haven't really used as much, Sometimes I use Kim, kind of like in the upper crease area, and then I kind of blend it out just to give it a little bit more definition, because sometimes it can kind of look flat if there's not a little bit of shimmer. So I kind of like to deepen like the socket area with that color because it's a little bit warmer. But I've been meaning to try this other one, which is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. So this one is a bigger palette, but it is more on the pinker like side, and it has its browns and kind of like yeah, I would say brown and pinky tones. I think I don't know, we'll see. I really like these two shimmery shades for like the lid color. It's called Primavera and Vermeer, which I'm really excited about. And then also Bon Fresco, I believe it's in one of their single shadow yeah, like it's sold separately. So I think that's kind of neat if you really like the color and you want to just buy it and just use that color, because I mean in the palettes you won't really use everything, or at least I don't, because sometimes I'm very picky with the colors.